We continue with semi-final 2. So Estonia performs 13th, then Angelina Mango from Italy in Exhibition, and then number 14 is Israel. Eden Golan with the song Hurricane. Let's do this. All right, as you'll remember, Israel's song was initially disqualified. The EBU said you need to rewrite the lyrics, and there was some back and forth, and eventually we landed on Hurricane. Now, it's really interesting to me whether this song will be competitive this year, giving everything that's swirling out there on stage and off. But we start with what's on stage, and that is outfits that look very pared back, I would say ancient in a way, hinting at culture here, a particular place, and very muted colors. It made me think of sand, actually, Denmark, when I saw these colors. This is an emotional ballad. This is about perseverance, and there's a lot of modern dancing. Now, I'm not a big fan of modern dancing, contemporary dancing, as we've discussed, and at times I see like punching. There's lots of punching. It's quite violent, and I didn't know if it fit with the mood of the song. As a viewer, a casual viewer watching that, I'd be like, what's going on? However, there is the circle, like a giant ring light, similar to what Latvia Dons had. Maybe it's the same ring reconstructed, but there's a circular stage prop. It could be circle of life, continuity, infinity, I don't know, many interpretations. But I would say this is a pared back and very sober performance.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, what I've been most curious about is, since I heard the track the first time, I was like, okay, but can she perform like that, you know, live? Is her vocals, you know, up to that level? And I think we heard that today, that her vocals are very strong. The thing with this song for me is, I think that, you know, her vocals and the whole thing surrounding it is much stronger than the song itself. For me, because I listened to the instrumental version at one point, and I thought, is this really good? Not saying that it's bad, but you know, like, this is a song that out of context for me would be like, this is nice, but it's giving me the same kind of vibe that I heard when I heard Maria Sur in Melodifestivalen last year with Never Give Up, which also was a song that, you know, had a lot of context, but the song itself maybe wasn't there, you know what I mean? And I've had a feeling with some of the songs this year that the singer is better than the song itself. And this is my feeling with this one. I also have it, you know, for instance, with Dawn's song for Latvia. She's obviously a good vocalist. We can hear that in the video. But other than that, I'm not getting that much out of that clip, because it seems like, okay, but what's the backdrop here? What are we going to get visually? I'm not sure. So, I mean, the song is a strong entry, but I'm still not convinced that it will, you know, have such a big impact as a lot of people think it will.
Yeah, these TikTok clips, so we've talked about this across a lot of countries. It's so hard to tell what's going on. Suzanne?
So the circular image in the background rather reminds me of a moon gate. You see those a lot in Bermuda. And actually at Atlanta Botanical Garden, there is a moon gate over by the Japanese gardens. So when I first watched the video, because you all know I watched the videos and I've watched nothing until now, I really loved the interpretive dance. There's just something so compelling about interpretive dance that it allows you to rather interpret your own story. Moving into the staging that we saw in the 20-second clip, again, I still love Eden's raspy voice. I love her feminine twisting dress with the layers, and I really like how her hair has been colored to match her nails.
All right, thank you for those insights, Suzanne Adams. All right, let's cut to the chase. Will this be one of the 10 songs that qualifies for the grand final?
I think so. I mean, we can talk about, you know, the whole thing surrounding it, but I think there will be enough people wanting this kind of ballad to go through, because it's solid. It's a solid entry, and we only have 2 ballads in this semifinal among, you know, a lot of noisy songs. So people will appreciate a ballad. So yeah, I think it's going through to the final.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about Latvia's Dons in number 9, and then we have the not competing, but in exhibition, France, Slomen is also a ballad, so that's 2, and then Israel is 3. You're correct.
I don't really know. If I had a magic ball, or I don't know.
Would you put this through?
I would.
All right. So last year, Israel won the rest of the world vote, but that's just the equivalent of one country. So that's like one set of marks. And we've, of course, got 16 countries competing. Yeah, this is to be seen. This is to be seen. It's very hard to predict. But one thing we should remember is that you don't vote against songs, you vote for songs. And so the question becomes, will this get enough support to be in that top 10? You know, then you could talk about the diaspora vote, you know, outside of Europe is one thing for rest of the world, but then you have diaspora vote within countries. You have people who will get behind this for reasons beyond the song potentially. There's so many calculations one would make if you were a bookie. So I'm trying to put my position in the head of a bookie, and they're thinking about all these types of things. Yeah, it's a very muddled picture.
I think so, and for the reasons that exactly you're saying. As I say, I think this will go through. How will it fare in the final? I'm not sure, because the final will have a whole nother picture, a whole nother set of people watching that grand final, because we know that more casual people will watch the grand final. But for now, I think it's going through, yeah.
And also, we should talk about in the final, you have the juries whose names and identities are attached to their votes. And I think with this entry in particular, that becomes an issue. It's A, B, C, D, E, but you know who the 5 jurors are. So then, you know, people try to work things out. So
I have one more comment. I just really like Eden's very subtle eye makeup.
All right, thank you, Suzanne Adams.
You're
well,
welcome.
That's what we think. What do you think? Where do you think the chips will fall in the second semifinal? Is Israel going through? Let us know here on Wiwibloggs.
Follow us on our social media, and not least, you know, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Come see us. We're all over the place.
All right, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.